Listen, Michael, I ain't got to stay married to somebody I don't want to that mistreats me. None of your business. None of your business. Oh, sorry now. You're full of
Audience, welcome back to the #1 YouTube channel in the entire world. Today we're talking about Michael and Angela and 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After because they are getting divorced.
Who saw that coming?
And everyone's so sad to hear this news. Not really, everyone's happy about it because Angela has treated Michael like trash since the minute they began their relationship.
Flashback.
If I don't want you following women on Instagram, do you think you sitting with 3 women at a table?
Hey guys, this old lady doesn't let her dude follow girls on Instagram. That's not controlling or anything. What a freak. For those of you that have noticed that I sound slightly off, it's because I lost my voice going to a football match. It was Colombia versus Argentina. I went to the match with my friends in Colombia and I was screaming Chupapi Muñano at Messi about 100 times and he didn't hear me one time. So I lost my voice at that match. If you guys haven't seen my previous video on Michael and Angela, definitely go watch after this video because it totally slaps. For those of you that are unfamiliar with Michael and Angela's relationship, she treats him very poorly, almost like a rich, entitled plantation owner treats a slave.
You're full of
In my opinion, and let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, but I truly believe that relationships are all about mutual respect and understanding for your partner. I mean, this is the person you're planning on spending the rest of your life with. I think it's only fair that you show them the same respect that they show you. And in their particular case, it seems like Michael has to compromise with everything Angela wants to do, and he is definitely the submissive in the relationship. Anyways, let's get started reviewing Michael and Angela and Happily Ever After because I'm feeling extra mean today. I had 3 cups of coffee instead of 2. Also, side note, if you guys don't already follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. For those of you that do follow me on Instagram, you know that things are really heating up between me, Stephanie Matto, and Amira from 90 Day Fiancé. They've actually agreed to be sister wives and support me equally.
It's true.
Honestly, I've been working out a lot lately, and I think that I can satisfy 5 girls at the same time, so I think we can add 3 more to the collection. So comment below who you guys think we should add. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Angela cheated on Michael. We're going to be talking about this a lot throughout the video, so make sure you stay until the end of this video because we're going to be spilling some serious tea throughout their relationship. Michael wasn't able to talk to girls, yet Angela could flirt with any guy she saw. It was a completely one-sided relationship. Michael was submissive and Angela was taking advantage of his kindness. Yo guys, low key, I think I got a tan in Colombia. I mean tan for a white guy, right? So I got a little bit of a tan down there. I was there filming OnlyFans collabs and hanging out with my friends from the Netherlands. I was there for a month and a lot of stuff happened. So if you guys are interested, stay until the end of this video. At the start of this season of 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, it opens up with Angela playing with her grandkids and really showcases a different side of her personality because she's a completely different person with her grandkids versus with Michael, and it's very transparent to everybody with eyeballs.
In the past, I have tried dieting, I've tried fat burning pills, and none of it's worked. I'm gonna have to do something drastic. So tomorrow I'm going to California to have gastric sleeve surgery so I can get this weight off.
What diets have you done, Angela? Low-key at this particular moment, Angela reminds me of Amberlynn Reed. I think she's been on the Japanese candy diet because I don't believe one thing she says about how she's tried all these different diets. Angela smokes like a chimney, eats unhealthy food, and doesn't exercise properly. So I highly doubt that she's tried everything. I think my favorite moment between Angela and her grandkids is when Angela says something like, Mima's gaining weight, and she doesn't know why, referring to herself as Mima, and her grandkids are like, well, you're eating cake. And they're like, that's why.
Get right here. I'm gonna tell y'all something anyway. Y'all sit down. Meemaw is getting fatter for unknown reasons.
Sauce it up. Oh boy, is my mouth watering. You're gonna want to put a big...
Mila's big because she eats lots of sweets, lots. Cupcakes. Donuts. Donuts. And cake. And cake.
And it goes on and on and on, tick-tock, on my block. The amount of sugar in our sweets here is really concerning. And you can tell we have a lot of sugar in our food in the United States by how when you travel to literally any other country, you're guaranteed to lose around 10, 15 pounds. Speaking of how Angela can flirt with other guys, but Michael's not allowed to flirt with other girls, let's take a look at that magical moment when Angela flirts with her handsome doctor.
Angela, how are you?
How are you?
Dr. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Natasha. I'm nervous with
You're
you.
nervous? Don't be nervous.
So where are you from?
I was born and raised in Ghana.
Ghana. You smell good.
Oh man, it's like no handsome African man is safe from Angela. The first question she asks is, where are you from? He says Ghana, and then next thing you know, she hits him with the, you smell good. Yeah, Angela, I bet he's totally into you.
Yeah, right.
Now let's do a fun group activity. Let's close our eyes and let's imagine that Michael said this to a girl and Angela caught him saying this to a girl on national TV because they're being filmed from 90 Day Fiancé. Do you think that she would be mad at him? Yes or no? The The answer is yes, because Michael's not allowed to say that girls smell good, but Angela's allowed to say that other men smell good. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a double standard. Angela goes on to say that her first thought when meeting her doctor is, "Are you married?" Angela goes on to say to her doctor's face, "You're way too handsome to be my doctor." She actually said that to this guy's face. So she's making it very apparent that she wants to hook up with this guy. Meanwhile, Michael is not allowed to even talk to girls. And if she catches him in the act of even speaking to a woman, she freaks out on him. Angela goes on to say that her doctor's name is also Michael. He's from Ghana. He's built different, quite literally. And she doesn't know if the universe is trying to give her a gift or get her in trouble.
Have some class.
Angela's just flirting with her doctor. Meanwhile, we're all looking at each other and we're just like, yo, Angela, I don't think this doctor wants to hook up with you, but pop off, sis. You know, maybe you should be loyal towards your husband and not flirt with other dudes. Angela also has a peculiar way of flirting. She basically says something wildly inappropriate and then proceeds to laugh hysterically at her own joke. And then that's like her putting something out into the room.
I'm going to step outside. I want you to change into a gown.
Okay.
Okay, I will come and I'll examine you. I'll look at your arms, your breasts, your tummy. Talk about some of the things that needed to be done.
While Angela is flirting with the doctor, he's keeping things very professional. It's actually a bit awkward because you can tell the doctor is not into her at all and he's just trying to get this done as quickly as possible and get out of the room. Angela goes on to say that she's not above doing a wet t-shirt contest. She's done it her whole life. I would just like to stop her right there and say, we're all against you doing a wet t-shirt contest. Please don't. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. If I was Michael, I'd be incredibly embarrassed of my wife acting like this and flirting with another guy on national TV in front of everyone. It would make me feel very small if I was the husband of this woman.
I'm going to examine you, okay? So I'm going to take a look. I'm not going to remember when I leave this room.
Oh, you're gonna remember these. I can tell you.
Very disrespectful to your husband, Angela. Shame on you. You would think you would have more respect for someone that was with you during really tough times, such as your mother's passing. He was there for you as emotional support. And Michael's done a lot of things and put up with a lot of BS from you. And for you to be flirting with other men like this on national TV and embarrassing your husband just shows that you have no respect for him. You have no respect for marriage.
Shame.
I'm gonna blush now and put my shades on.
We can put your shit on.
It's a bunch of sun coming out.
Let's cover one breast.
Oh God, this is embarrassing. I started getting all blushy and stuff, but I had to realize I'm married. That's not my husband. God.
Awkward?
Call me old-fashioned, but I actually take vows very seriously. And if you're gonna get married to someone, you're gonna swear before God and your family members and your spouse that you're gonna love them for the rest of your life. You should mean it or else you shouldn't get married. Angela is a bit of a conundrum because even though she's very cringe and unfaithful to Mike, she does have her moments where she's very sweet, such as when she wakes up from her surgery and she is still in that sedative state. She calls out for Michael and she says, "Where is Mike? I wanna see Mike." And the doctor's like, "Mike is in Lagos. He's in Africa. He's not here." And she's like, "I don't like this." So she does call out for Mike when she's in that sleepy, drugged up state. So Angela does express that she very much wants to see Michael. That's the first person on her mind when she comes out of surgery. So I think she does genuinely love Michael in some way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Thank God.
She lost approximately 4 pounds today. Her boobs are still look voluptuous, and it's still going to be a double D. Okay, so we took about almost 2 pounds from each side. She's going to recovery room. We're going to watch her, make sure everything is fine, and she can go.
I'm hoping I speak for everyone when I say that I really like the doctor a lot. He seemed very confident and reassuring and very professional, even when Angela was making very inappropriate jokes.
That thing is famous? Why? I don't know!
Even when Angela was saying cringe things to him and flirting with him, he kept a cool head and kept it very professional, so hats off to the doctor. Now, for the sake of saving time, let's fast forward to the most recent episode of 90 Day Fiancé when Angela attempts to hack Michael's phone because, once again, she doesn't trust him, even though she seems like the one that you shouldn't trust.
3 times I couldn't even get a hold of him. Then he comes in and says he left his phone in the house, the Wi-Fi wouldn't pay. He tripled over telling stories, you know what I mean? It didn't sound like nothing but pure ass lying.
I mean, if you feel like he was lying, Mama, he probably was lying.
I don't know about y'all, but I can't remember the last time I saw a family member on the show not be biased. Also, Angela seems like the kind of person where she will never admit when she's wrong. Well, if you feel like he's lying, Mama, he's probably lying. What in the old yell are we watching right now? Is everybody in this family inbred or just dumb?
Yeah, I just don't get it. Obviously, we're on a different page here.
Maybe he's mad, Mama, you're spending a whole bunch of money on you and your makeover, and he wants a child, and he expects you to put all that money into just a child.
Yes, Angela's daughter that isn't in jail. That's correct. Michael is upset because Angela promised him they would split the money they made from being cringe on the show, yet Angela is spending the money on cosmetic surgery, which goes against Michael's wishes. However, he has no say in this relationship. Angela calls Michael selfish, yet she is the one selfishly spending the money and not validating her partner's feelings or listening to his opinion on the matter. Michael has every right to be upset with her.
I mean, I'm not saying, I'm not
I know
in
what you're
favor.
saying. I get what you're saying.
I'm not in favor of the child at all.
Okay, I'm gonna stop Angela and her daughter right there because they're not the most intelligent bunch. Let's use our brains for a second, you guys. Let's say you're Michael and you go on the show with Angela. You use the show and social media to make a lot of money. It's both of your guys' money because you're both working on social media. Do you think that it's fair to take all the money that you made with your partner, and your partner being Angela, she spends the money on cosmetic surgery for herself? Would you have a problem if you were Michael and you were doing cameos, same as Angela, and part of that money was going towards Angela's surgery, something that you personally did not want for your significant other? I don't know about you guys, but I feel like Michael has every reason to be upset. And he is upset right now. He's hanging out with his friends. He's not talking to Angela. And then Angela automatically jumps to the conclusion that he's cheating on her and he's not faithful.
Lydia, okay, I'll tell you. Shut your mouth.
That is not the case, Angela. And if anyone has been more flirtatious, it has been Angela. And we can see that by how she flirted with the doctor.
I'm not going to remember when I leave this room.
Oh, you're going to remember these.
So once again, reoccurring theme, Angela's up here and Michael's down here in terms of rights. It's okay if she flirts with other people, but if Michael even looks at a girl like he did in that strip club when he looked at a girl shake her butt, Angela then freaks out on him, calls him a bunch of names, treats him like absolute trash, and ruins the entire night.
You know, he wants something different than what you want.
I want to be sexy Meemaw. I want to be healthy, and I'm going to be healthy, but in the meantime, I'm not going to be nobody's fool neither.
It's funny how Michael's the selfish one, Angela, when all I hear out of your mouth is, I want this, I want that. Here's another idea because I've all of a sudden become the voice of reason. Maybe he's asleep because you guys are in different time zones. You ever think of that?
I didn't do all this to be sitting here right now talking about I think he's doing something he's supposed to be doing and that he don't give a about me.
Actually, you know, Angela's half-wit daughter chimes in and says, Mama doesn't deserve this, she deserves better, and says a bunch of other dumb stuff. Michael deserves better, Angela's daughter.
If you're not talking to me, you're talking to somebody. How dare you when I needed you?
That's really sound logic there, Angela, but what would I expect from the person that says, I want to be healthy, but continues to smoke like a chimney? What can I say? With a rational brain like that in Angela's head, I'm just so shocked that this marriage isn't working out. Angela goes on to say that if I can't trust you, I can't be with you. And right now, Michael's doing so much sneaky stuff that our relationship could be irreparable. Angela goes on to say that she's planning on hacking Michael's phone, and if she's right, he hasn't seen the wrath of her yet. She sounds like a Disney villain, almost like Ursula from The Little Mermaid while she's saying this. It's kind of weird because relationships should be built on trust, and Michael has given Angela way more reasons to trust him than she has given him to trust her. Also, speaking from experience, because I've been cheated on before, has anyone else been cheated on? It hurts really bad, but usually the person that's the controlling one is the one that's cheating. Right now, let's take a look at that explosive conversation when Angela admits that she wants to cut ties with Michael once and for all.
Oh, appreciate how you treated me since I've been in surgery.
At least I called you when you were before your surgery, and I called you even while.
Let me tell you really what went on. You mistreated me.
I think from this clip we can all gather that Angela's just a mean old lady that financially dominates and treats African men poorly. That's the best way I can describe her. Also, similarly to Stephanie from 9 Day Fiancé, Angela waited until the camera crew was present to call Michael at 2 a.m. his time. Probably for the same reason as Stephanie did to Ryan. It's to catch him off guard and berate him on national TV. This poor guy is tired and can't get a word out because Angela is too busy trying to control the narrative.
There and in there in a room while your wife could be dying. You're such a child that I feel plumb dirty being with you. Right now, I'm not wanting to be married to you at this moment.
Michael said he called her multiple times, and I believe him. However, every time he tries to speak, Angela won't allow him to do so. Question, does that remind you of anyone else, ladies and gentlemen?
Give a coworker a home.
I did the... Can you let me speak?
Oh, that's right. Big Ed did the same thing.
You need to be with somebody that's stupid and desperate. You're an idiot and you're a joke, and you're not for me.
Excuse me.
No, why would you? Let's stop right there.
I think it's honestly commendable how respectful Michael is being to Angela when she isn't even giving him the opportunity to speak. You would think after this dude put up with your toxic bullshit for 3 years, you would at least let him talk, Angela. Angela is the most verbally abusive partner I've seen. She constantly puts this dude down and cusses at him. I don't know why he likes her. I feel like any other dude would have turned into Chris Brown by now. This is wild to watch.
Let's not act like my dear and the British. Listen, I should have left you when I went over there and your penis wasn't what you said it was. You lied from the beginning, Michael.
Wow, Angela, really? Imagine being such a low-class piece of garbage that you announce on national TV that your husband's dick size isn't up to your standard. What an incredibly embarrassing woman. These are the kinds of trailer trash people that throw America's name around but actually give all Americans a bad name. Revolting women like Angela are the reason why all of Western Europe thinks Americans are stupid.
Then when you cuss me, shut up for a minute. Okay, when you shut up, I'll call back. Are you gonna shut up? This is my call.
You are not telling me not to talk back at you. Do I look like a baby to you?
Okay, goodbye. We're done.
Alright guys, comment below what you think about this. For me, that was really uncomfortable to watch, I'm not gonna lie. I think for Angela, you think your mom would be proud of you, Angela? I'm sure she wouldn't. I'm sure she wouldn't be proud of the way that you're treating your significant other. That's one of the wackest things I've ever seen in my life, to be honest with you guys. Angela refers to herself as Sexy Meemaw, and that's what she makes her grandkids call her, but there's really nothing sexy about treating your husband like absolute trash.
What do you want to discuss? Because this relationship's about done.
Is your health?
Did you ask, how is my health?
Called you several times. I know that you won't even let me talk to you.
Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. I think Angela's coming across incredibly arrogant and rude here, and also very dismissive of Michael when he's genuinely asking how she's doing. I feel like this is not the appropriate response to someone that is your husband. But hey, what do I know? I'm obviously bad at relationships. Oh, we gotta poke fun at ourselves.
Many times did I call you? Did you pick? See?
I'm gonna laugh from here on out because you're fake. Listen, Michael, I ain't gotta stay married to somebody I don't want to that mistreats me.
Why are you covering your...
None of your business. None of your business.
Okay.
That's pretty whack. I think it's your husband's business to know why you're covering your face like that. If you got another procedure, you think you would be honest with your husband and tell him about it. You guys want to hear what happened to Angela's face? I guess she got an infection because she keeps smoking and she won't stop smoking, but she actually is blaming it on Michael. She says that it's Michael's fault that she continues to smoke because he stresses her out. I love when people do that and try to blame their addiction on other people. Like, why don't you accept responsibility for your own actions or your own addiction, and why don't you beat it yourself and not blame it on Michael, who is in Africa and like not even doing anything wrong? I personally believe that if someone's also putting in the time and filming and working with the person and your husband and wife, you should have a say in where the money is spent.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry now. You're full of
Angela proceeds to say a lot of hurtful things to Michael. She calls him a son of a bitch and a punk and says that he doesn't know what's been going on in the house. And for that point, I would just like to say he is in Africa right now. So that's not really fair. Angela goes on to scoff at the fact that Michael hasn't hit her up in 2 months and now all of a sudden he's concerned about her health. And she says that the only way to stop this is for her to stop it. Michael's fake. He's not a real nice guy. No, I think he's a real nice guy, Angela. I think he was just really mad that you spent your money that you earned together from being on the show selfishly and did something that you wanted and not something that he wanted to do. And I think Michael's doing a lot of self-reflecting, talking to his family and friends. His friends from the get-go have said that you're trash, and I think that it's starting to like seep into his brain that you're an incredibly selfish person, and it's going to be like this for the rest of his life. And I think that that really scares him, because that would scare any guy in his position. And honestly, most guys that respect themselves would never be in this situation.
You need to find you a Nigerian woman. I don't want to be married no more. End of the day, you're not going to see me back in Nigeria. I don't want to do nothing with you. Aww. Look, I'm setting you free. Go get who you want to get. This relationship is over.
Well, that's something incredibly hurtful and terrible to hear from your spouse. Now, the good news is she's breaking up with Michael, and Michael doesn't see this as good news yet, but he will in the long run.
It's not facts. It's facts.
Michael, step into my Yourwetsock office. You're gonna take all that energy that you placed on Angela and you're gonna redirect that energy onto yourself, and you're gonna see doors open up in your life that never would have been possible with you still ball and chain attached to Angela. And your life is gonna get a million times better. You're actually gonna smile way more than you were with Angela. That's a fact. I know Michael probably doesn't see it like this right now, but this is the best case scenario, him and Angela breaking up. And I just want to say to Michael, you're invited on the next Yourwetsock boys trip. We recently went on a trip to Colombia. I'll roll a lot of clips and talk about it. Yo guys, follow me on Instagram because I'm going to be posting the video of my Colombia trip on Instagram instead, because it's all vertical videos on my phone, and I feel like vertical videos on YouTube are just kind of tacky and it will really mess up the aesthetic of this video. Here's my plan, Wet Socks. We're going to get Jovi and Yar. We're going to get David Murphy. We're going to get a lot of cast members on the show 90 Fiancé. I'm going to get us a big ass house somewhere in the world, and we're going to throw a massive party and document it. It's going to be like Project X, but with the cast of 90 Fiancé, and I think it's going to be really fun.
I'm gonna beg you.
Okay. See you later. He's not gonna beg me. So, me and Michael's done.
I'm just so floored that Mama June broke up with Michael. You know, this is just something so unexpected. No one saw this coming. It's weird. It's like Angela gets her stomach surgery and is trying to have her glow up, and all of a sudden she thinks she's better than Michael. After breaking up with Michael, Angela goes on to say that she's done everything for him. She's married him. She's tried to give him babies. What has he done for me? I don't know, Angela. He was kind of there for you throughout the years and has done everything for you. At least that's what I've seen, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But Michael has been nothing but a gentleman to you. He's treated you with nothing but respect. He's actually been your doormat and you've stepped all over him, and he's taken a lot of verbal and emotional abuse from you, but he still stuck it through because this guy genuinely loved you and cared about you, and you still threw him away.
I'm not gonna kiss his ass all the way across the world. He's got me up. You taking me for granted. I told you don't do that.
Angela goes on to say that Michael has put her through hell and she's just cutting ties with him. I'm really confused about this because Michael has in no way, shape, or form put this girl through hell, and I feel like Angela has never been in a toxic relationship before if you think that Michael put you through hell. Michael was easily the nicest guy on the show. Wow, next thing you know, Angela brings up the fact that Michael didn't beg her to stay with her, and she feels like that isn't love because he didn't beg. What can I say? Math. Am I right, you guys? More sound logic from Angela. She's actually one of the dumbest people I've ever seen in my life, and this is why the entire world makes fun of Americans. It's because of people like Angela and her entire inbred little family. Next thing you know, Angela says that Michael's gonna be the one to regret it, not her, because she's in the land of the free. Let's just throw America into the mix. Let's make it about countries. Well, now that Angela threw out that America is a superior nation for the millionth time, I'm sure that her and Sean are gonna be best friends on the tell-all, because Sean is the biased host for TLC that should be replaced by Yourwetsock. But they both do a really good job of highlighting that America is the best nation in the entire world, and they're so star-spangled awesome, and every other country's dog water, even though they've never really been to every other country in the world, or even I'd be surprised if they've been to 5 other countries in the world. All in all, my takeaway is Michael's better off without Angela, and me and Jovi are gonna have to buy him dances in the strip club for sure. Well guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Comment below, subscribe, let's be friends, follow me on Twitch and on Instagram right now.